Hi guys, what's up? How are you doing? It's been a while as always. I'm Araya. Today we have a very special guest. He's my brother, and I tell you, he knows so much and he's going to share so much, and you're going to like him. Those of you who do not go to church, stay on here. I am coming for you.
Hello, Rhoda. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming. How's the vibe so far coming here and all?
Oh, nice. It's nice, everything. Love it. Yeah.
You love the studios and the aesthetics.
It's a good place, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's a plus, All right, guys. So we would like Apostle Joe to tell us a bit about himself, He's a fun person to be, trust me. I know him more than anybody else, but yes, we want to hear from him.
My name is Joe Addai Kusi. Yes, Joseph. So Joseph Addai Kusi. I like to call myself Joe Kusi.
What you name after the Joseph in the Bible?
Well, that's where Joseph comes from. So obviously, yeah. Anyway, my name is Joe Addai Kusi, and I'm an author, a prolific one at that. I'm a publisher, and I'm a churchman too. I'm a founder of a church ministry, and I pastor a church, and and I'm a bit of a jack of not all trades, but a number of trades. So I do a bit of personal growth, development things on the side like that. I do counseling. I'm a bit of a coach. I don't have any pricing criteria for any of those things. Neither do I have any official designation for any of those. But I do a lot of that with many people. I talk to all kinds of people. Talk to me for all kinds of reasons. For me to help with one thing or the other. Yes. So that's just a bit about me.
But you mentioned that you're a pastor of a church. What church? Can you tell us a bit about that?
The name of the ministry is Salem, Commonwealth of God. Now it's located at Katamanso, a place called Katamanso. Many people in Accra don't know Katamanso. Katamanso is about probably 20 minutes from East Legon, or I would say 5 minutes from East Legon Hills. Yes, so we are developing. We are building a small church city there. It's a mini city. It's called Mercyland. Yeah, so that's our church. Yeah.
Where can we find you?
You can follow me on Solomon's Gate YouTube.
Okay.
Solomon's Gate YouTube. Then Joseph Addai Kusi on Facebook. I do a lot of things on Facebook. So my two main platforms are Facebook and YouTube.
All right, guys. So go follow and learn more. Pastor Joe or Apostle Joe? Apostle Joe, should I call you Apostle Joe or Pastor Joe? Which one do you want?
Whatever floats your boat. You can even call me Joe. It's fine.
Can do it. Oh, okay. All right. So let me do Pastor Joe. So Pastor Joe, I would like to ask this question. All right. We have a lot of youth out there, and now people have this idea that being a pastor is a cliche. Also, going to church is a cliche. What would you say about that?
About the pastor one, or the pastor side of things, I think titles don't make people. It's people that make their offices you occupy. So if you make somebody something, it is what the person is that dignifies the thing. If he cannot dignify the thing, he will reduce the weight and the dignity of the thing when it was given to him. So if, for instance, you are running a multi-million-dollar business, you give it to a CEO, the word CEO is just a title. If he does not have the capacity to do it, he will bring everything down. And the title won't mean anything, Yeah. So someone say the titles are just letters at the end of your name. It doesn't matter if somebody is called a doctor, a lawyer. In every profession, there are the top people. Yeah. And there are the people who are mediocre. And then there are the quacks. It really doesn't matter. It's like money. What somebody does has nothing to do with how rich he is. There are photographers who have built houses. And there are lawyers who, pardon me, stand at Accra High Street to pick trotro. There are cobblers, shoemakers who have become wealthy through shoemaking. Photography, yeah. And people also call themselves lawyers, businessmen, CEOs, and nothing comes of it.
If you weren't a pastor, what would you have been?
Whatever I would do would have something to do with speaking, writing, reading a lot, analyzing huge volumes of information, and dealing and speaking to people. And teaching people or adding some kind of value to people. So I could be a lawyer. I could be a politician. I could be journalist. Journalist doesn't float my boat. Yes, but something like that. I could be a lecturer, although I don't fancy it.
I know you're big on life's plan, that particular caption or topic. What would you like to share with the audience concerning this particular topic?
Okay, thank you. So recently I heard a leader speaking to young people, and he said something about why are young people of today rushing with this? Why are you going with this? It's like we are doing too much. Whether pastors, whether business people, we are doing too much. Yeah. And as I listened to him, I thought it was unfortunate. Okay. Because he is in his 60s and he has made it very big in his field. Okay. I don't want to mention his name. But he was talking as if he just appeared. He didn't just appear. There are people who know him from his 20s, who know him from his 30s. Okay. He had to build something. Now he has built quite a global reputation. When I heard him, I was like, really? You get it? Because in Ghana or in our part of the world, the kind of families we grow up in and the kind of environments we grow up in, there is hardly any training that gets you going early enough. Where you want to go to. 150 years ago, by the time you were 14, your dad would write a letter to you. 14. 150 years ago in America, your dad would write a letter to you and tell you, my son, the time for fooling around, quotes, and just following your friends and making noise, it's over. 14 years. So you are now going to find the direction of your life. And let me give you the help you require. Okay. Because by 21, you should be a master at something. That's 150 years ago. You need 10,000 hours of practice. That's 7 years of apprenticeship. Okay. Messi has done more than 10,000 hours of football. Cristiano Ronaldo has done more than 10,000 hours. Some of the pianists we know, people like Brad Meldau, one of the leading jazz pianists in the world today, to be a master at anything. Yes, and success really has to do with building a reputation through excellence. Okay. You build a reputation through excellence. The reputation becomes the foundation of your destiny. And when your name is mentioned, everybody should think of one thing. So, for instance, Michael Jackson. What do you think of?
Oh, I think he's one of the
one word. Michael Jackson.
Excellence.
Oh, Michael Jackson.
Music.
Messi.
Football.
Messi football. Soccer. Messi football.
Yeah, football.
Okay. Elon Musk.
Business.
So you should aim that globally.
Tech.
When they mention your name, one word comes to mind. It mustn't be two words. It must be one word.
Okay.
You use 20 to 30 years to build that.
Oh, I see.
Yes. Now, everyone listen. Okay. Try to be one of the best at something in your area. Even if it's your area. Your area is I'm right here number one. Try and be the best watch seller in your area. Oh. That's not as difficult as it sounds. Can you be the best in Accra East? You can be in your area. Can you be in your district? Okay. If you live in Nigeria, your local government area. Okay. If your local government area at the state level. If not at the state level, at the federal level. Okay. In Ghana, we are not big on local government areas. So let's say your area, your community. Okay, for instance, in your community, Akwa Bobo, like he's a soccer guy here. Yeah. People know him. Or the best barber. Okay. You go to a kinky seller, two kinky sellers. Yes. One has 20 people lined up to buy the kinky. One has nobody. Do you say that the one has nobody queuing up is the free one? So let me go and buy so that I don't have to join the queue. No. That's why Martin Luther King Jr. said, if a man writes a better song, if a man composes a better poem, if a man does a better job, the world will beat a path to his door. Oh. So if there are two kinky sellers and there are 20, I'm talking from experience. Yeah. We joined the 20 people because there must be something that made the 20th person follow the 19th person. And if that thing is real, then I'm the 21st.
You must catch the traffic.
So can you be the best? I always say Sarkodie is a model, that he may have to be studied. I'm just looking at his consistency and his work. I don't follow rappers. Okay. I'm talking about his work. His work ethic, his focus, his consistency. Everybody can learn from it. Yes. There was a time that Daddy Lumba had 25 albums back to back. 3 songs side A, 3 songs side B, all 25. Every song was a hit. That's why they call him the greatest musician Ghana has ever produced. If you bring that into the rap scene, it's Sarkodie. Okay. But in the mention of Brafo, but Sarkodie is another level. Okay. Why? Sarkodie is the best in Ghana. Okay. Yeah, and when you say best, it doesn't mean you are the only. Okay. Best, of course, in English should mean only the top. But there can be 5
there are many best. Yeah, many best.
You are number one. You are either number one or one of the number ones. Okay. In Africa, can you do that? You can't do that. You can do it in Ghana. You can't do it in Ghana. Can you do it in your region? My friend Wadimaya started from somewhere and he built it till now. He is the best content creator YouTuber in Africa, hands down. The kind of networks and resources he commands is from what he has been able to build. Okay. Okay, now in our generation, it's like you just stay in the house. Then you are 22 thinking you are still a child. Then you are 25 thinking you are a child. And you go and do sociology in tech. Sociology. In Ghana, social work is obscure. What is social work in Ghana? We don't live in Sweden.
Yeah.
So you go and do sociology and social work in tech.
Yes.
Then before we hear it, you are selling catfish.
Oh, so are you saying that doing those courses will divert you into something else?
I didn't come here to talk about career paths, but what I'm saying is that
What I'm
saying is that before I realize you have a boutique, you want to do social. Anyway,
professional.
Let's stay on course. Okay. So, age 25. What am I doing? Then you say you do sociology. Why don't you start to work at a bank?
Okay.
Then what are you even doing in a bank? You don't know. So you're in a bank, you're working. Then, something before you realize 30. Now, 30, I'm still young. 30 can fool you. 30, 31, 32, 33 fools you. And makes you think, I'm still young, I have time. Then 34, 35, you're like, I'm grown. Right? Then you ask yourself, what have I done? Then the question is, we should have been active and aggressive from about 20 something. Yeah. But nobody told us to do that, right? Because we couldn't see a future or a plan for life. Yeah. You see, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
So why couldn't we see? Is it our parents' fault, or it just we didn't have role models, or
it's the socialization, it's the social system and the kind of education we're
also given. Because it's true what you're saying. A lot of people, a lot of the youth out there, they are jobless. More like, because people they go to school, pay so much money, and they come out and they're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, like I'm going anywhere, anything goes. Okay, so it takes a while for them to sit down.
Okay, let me say this. Before the world buys your time, you must set a price on your own time.
Okay.
What do I mean by that? About 10 years ago, I read a book by John Maxwell, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth.
Okay.
That book changed my life.
Okay.
I developed a personal growth portfolio called The Star. The Star, it's my whole life plan. How what I do with my time. I mean, how I measure my progress, my habits. Based on that book, I devised something, and I don't know anybody who has anything because I invented it.
Okay.
I call it a personal growth inventory. Right now, I'm writing my book number 81. Book number 81. I know what I'm doing now.
81.
Now, guess what? I recently published a number of books on Amazon. I want to publish more books on Amazon. This year, I've written 19 books. I'm writing book number 20 now.
Wow.
I'm writing book number 20 as we speak.
Okay.
Right now, I'm not now, but I'm in the course of writing it. How do you write 19 books in a year? How many fingers do you have? How many brains do you have? Yeah. I have built systems around me that allow me to do extraordinary things. Okay. So the systems are like the extra or the super part of me is the systems I've created around me. It's like somebody controlling a robot. The robot can do extraordinary things, but I'm just using a remote to control the robot. I have built the robot as a system, and I use it to get things done. So it does extraordinary things.
Yeah.
But I'm not the one who is the robot, but I created the robot.
Okay.
When I read that book, I set a value on my time. Now you have lived with me.
Yeah.
You know how I use my time from morning till evening. When I wake up, you would think why I live in our house. What work does this guy do? That is so busy. Now, people shouldn't think money, they should think value.
Exactly.
Because money follows value. What do you use to build value? Knowledge and time.
Yes.
And there's a certain multiplier factor. Not knowledge plus time, knowledge times time.
Okay.
The dividends are immeasurable. All right. So, every day I read.
All right.
Every day I pray. Every day I add value to somebody. Every day I write. Every day I have value added to me by a mentor or someone of some excellence.
Like a role model.
A role model.
Okay.
And then every day I file. So what book am I reading now? I'm reading The 8 Habits by Stephen Covey.
Okay.
He wrote The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Okay.
And he wrote The 8th Habit. Having a voice.
Okay.
So I'm reading that book now. But at the same time I'm reading, I'm having value added to me. So I'm doing 2 in 1.
Okay.
Of the 5 things, I can do 2 in 1.
Okay.
I told you every day I file.
Yeah, what's
file
that?
means that in my personal growth portfolio, I have headings. So when I'm reading The 8th Habit, I read with a pen.
Okay.
Anything I read that is worthy of note, I underline it.
Okay.
Then I file it in my own value inventory. Okay. How do I write a book in a week? I have so many people helping me. So many people not typing for me or thinking for me. I always tell people, if you come to my house or my office, I'm the dumbest person in my environment. What
Why?
do I mean? Because when you look at my library, I'm the dumbest person in the room. So what I'm writing, I pick an idea starter from Stephen Covey. I pick a reflection from Peter Drucker.
Okay.
So I'm spawning off their ideas. When I have to speak somewhere, I'm called to speak as a speaker. I can draw from so many things. When I'm writing, I have idea starters. I have quips. I have illustrations. So I try to separate myself from the field, like Tiger Woods and the PGA. I have separated myself from my field.
Because of the style of your of what you want to achieve and what you do,
Yeah.
it's merits you reading a lot of books and finding knowledge. But is this a general thing everybody should do?
Of course, I don't care what you do. If you're not reading, you're not going anywhere. You know Dr. Seuss, the Dr. Seuss books for little children. Dr. Seuss.
No?
The great Dr. Seuss.
Okay.
He writes children's books. He used to teach children. And this is very good. At a young age, you might teach your children. The more you read, the more things you will know.
Okay.
And the more things you know, the more places you will go. And I don't know, this should be Ernest, this should be what Dr. Seuss used to recite to children. We should recite them in lecture halls.
All right. But what about your books?
I am not a pastor who writes books.
Okay.
Pastors have found writing as a convenient side thing to do in addition. And also in Ghana, people write books as just an attachment to something more important to do.
Okay.
Most authors in Ghana, they don't rely on books to make a living.
Okay.
So you have a politician writing his autobiography, or he's having someone write his biography.
Okay.
They just add a book to what they've done.
Okay.
Someone is 60 years old in business, the life story.
Yeah,
of
just like a
somebody,
historic, you know.
My life and my sorrow and my triumphs.
Yeah.
The life story of a Ghanaian military. Those kind of books. So people write books that they don't care about selling. They just want to do.
Put it down, yeah, the archives.
But I am a writer.
Okay.
I'm a professional writer. I want to use the word professional in terms of to speak of the seriousness of how I take my writing.
Okay.
So I apply that gift, my knowledge, wisdom, intelligence, whatever my gifts. I apply it through writing and teaching.
Okay.
I am a teacher. Any kind of teacher I am.
Okay.
I can teach in a classroom. I've never taught in a classroom. But I teach seminars, I teach conferences. I'm a speaker. I go around a lot speaking.
So can you give us your best 5 books
that I have written?
People should look out for on Amazon? Because you mentioned your books are on Amazon.
On Amazon, I have 2 books I recommend today.
Okay.
Later we can look at more. Okay. You can get my book Envy.
You should go out there on Amazon and look for it.
And there's another book, The Beauty
A second book. Is that the book you're recommending for the second choice?
Yes, The Beauty Code.
The Beauty Code. Can you tell us just the short?
So in that book, I talk about the divine signature, which is beauty. And how God put divine signatures in everything He created. For instance, based on the bed, we made the plane. Based on the ear, we made the hearing
aid.
Based on the eye, the iris and the retina, we made the camera.
Okay.
My source material is the Bible.
Okay.
So you can write a wisdom mystery book from the Bible. So I decode the mystery of beauty, different kinds of beauty. So you will see somebody, she cannot win a beauty pageant. She's not what I call candy pretty.
Yeah.
What the people on Instagram are
small waist and
they're trying to pick an idea. But something about them is beautiful.
Yeah, her personality, her intellectual capacity, and all that. Confidence.
The way she walks,
yeah, presentation, her aesthetics,
her voice.
And
then you may have a nicer face, but there's something about her fingernails, her toes, the way her legs, the way she is. A millionaire will marry her and leave you behind. Yeah, so everybody must know their beauty.
Cool.
So that's what that book is about.
Okay.
And then the third one, Christ Realities.
So there's an extra for us. Third.
Okay. People who like the scriptures and the word of God.
Yes.
In Christ Realities.
In Christ Realities.
So
yeah.
40 things we have in Christ.
Okay.
We have and can do because we are in Christ.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So guys, go and look for it.
You can also order a paperback. They will print my book for you from Amazon.
Okay. What was the handle again, though?
My handle on YouTube is Solomon's Gate.
Solomon's Gate.
Okay. And then on Facebook, Joseph Addai Kusi.
Joseph Addai Kusi. So guys, it's all out there for you, and I think you've learned so much from this, and this is our first time doing this. I'm sure we'll come back several times to continue with our chat with Pastor Joseph Addai Kusi. Thank you so much for coming on our podcast today, Pastor Joe.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. So guys, we'll see you again, and please don't forget to subscribe, to like, comment, share. Let's hear from you. We'd love to hear from you as always. All right, till we meet again. It is what it is. Bye.